how I built my first house. Hi, I'm Nathaniel Harbison, and this is a story about how I built and sold my first house without a construction background and with no real estate license. Back in 2017, I was watching home flipping videos, scrolling through Zillow, and pretty much just trying to figure it out like everyone else. Something clicked. I thought, what if I actually tried to build one? I had no idea how to do it. But that's where the story starts. Chapter 1, Research Like Crazy. Once I took hold, I became obsessed with learning. YouTube was my classroom, podcast, books, counting building codes. Yeah, I even read those. I started showing up to open houses just to see how things were built. I wasn't pretending to be a buyer. I was learning, studying floor plans, asking questions, looking really stupid. And I kept asking everyone until I got an answer. Chapter 3, Ask until someone answers. I knew I didn't know enough, so I asked around. Every contractor, every realtor, basically every property manager I could find. Some people brushed me off. A lot of people ignored me. But I kept asking because I knew someone out there had the answer. And eventually, someone did. Chapter 4, Meeting my mentor. So I met Chris through a mutual contact. He was a developer specializing in specs, and he was moonlighting doing it. He'd built tons of homes. I got to know him. He saw how serious I was, and he gave me the meat and potatoes. We got right after it. He's the one who changed everything for me, and now I'm trying to help you. Chapter 5, 18221 Ghost Town. You can look it up. With his help, I found the land in Tehachapi. It was just raw land. It was dirt. I had no idea what I was doing. The lot was flat, so I guess that was good. I found out that, just dirt, brush can turn into a home. But I could see it. Just a simple spec house. Stucco siding, nothing special. But it was a house that I would want to live in. And that's when the dream actually started. So, chapter 6, you got to find money. I found an angel investor. There was one problem. I didn't know how to pay the money back. So I had to pitch it, and I had to hustle. I showed my numbers to a few potential people, but only one said yes. This angel investor also happened to be my grandpa, and he believed I could pull it off. That was the green light I needed. Chapter 7, Breaking Ground. We broke ground in early 2018. That first day, I was standing there looking at the property, not knowing what to do. But from that point on, I was on the site every day, managing contractors, learning, ordering material, being a gopher, doing whatever I needed to do. Chris taught me how to problem solve. And there was a bunch of problems that I didn't even know existed. It was super intense, but I loved every second of it. The build took about 9 months from start to finish. Well, start to sell. It was early mornings, late nights, sweeping, dirt, covered in mud and everything else. And it was awesome. And it was nonstop. There were delays, cost surprises, weather problems, but we had to keep pushing forward. Luckily, my mentor knew how to solve all these problems. I tracked every dollar. Luckily, we stayed under budget, and I learned more in that time period than I ever expected. Next chapter. When I was done, we got it market ready, even though the agent really didn't do a great job. No staging, no nothing. She took photos with an iPhone. And it took a while. It took months to sell. And that was nerve-wracking, but it finally sold. And I had this big, huge wave of relief come over me. The moment it sold, it wasn't about the money. It was about the validation, proof that I could actually build something from the ground up. It was one of the proudest days. This house changed my life, not just because I sold it, but because it showed me it was possible. Since then, I've gone on to build countless homes, project manage, invest, you name it, I've pretty much done it in regards to real estate. But it all started with that first quaint little 1,700 square foot house off Ghost Town in Tehachapi. Just an idea and hope. I'm not telling you this to be braggadocious. I'm sharing this real story about what I went through and how, if you want to follow me along in this journey, you can do it too. I would love to help you out. I would love to hear the feedback. I would love to hear the wins. So stick with me. You'll do it. I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's really a pleasure. I'll see you soon.